Hello, it's Kat here. Gonna continue with Sherlock Chapter 1, Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1. Last time we finished all the main cases. So that were Ghost of the Past, that's in the prologue, a gilded cage, the muse from abroad, and the sacrificial lamb. After that, the last part of the mansion is unlocked. That's the garden. But if you go there, you go to the end game. So now we're busy with finishing some cases. That's where we're gonna continue. Yeah, last time we finished the in-game cases, a siren song and string theory. And now we're gonna continue to some more in-game cases, and we keep the DLC content cases for later. But we did find a few already. For example, the rugged informant. That's from the Micro's Pride. From Micro's Pride DLC. Beyond a Joke is a DLC, and Saint of Sinners is a DLC, the first one. So yeah, I'm gonna continue with the in-game side cases first. We also bought some more furniture for the house. There's also game case, a memory. Yeah. Let's see the other cases. Okay, let's go to another case. Where are we? Okay. Let's see. Oh, wrong direction. No. So as you explore the city, you will get some new points on the map automatically. There are also, if you at least played the game past chapter 2, so a gilded cage and maybe found or at the starting point of a muse from abroad, you'll be able to play most all DLC content as well as the in-game cases you can find around.
I thought he would kill the boy. I've never seen Giorgio so angry. I hope the kid is safe.
So yeah, we're walking here, so that's from the police station headed south on the map. on Harbor Avenue and in the area of the side streets, Thunder Road, and yeah, I cannot reach streets, but anyway, this area where I'm standing, you'll be able to listen to two men, and that will unlock another in-game case. Fortune teller kid called a liar, assaulted and chased the three. So, a magical prodigy. A fortune teller kid was assaulted and chased by a furious customer. The man attacked him because the boy called him a liar. Yeah, that's not very nice. This is called street magic. The case. So this is an in-game case. So you will be able to play it when you progress the story, and as well your walk through this specific part of the map. And with this case you also have a trophy you can unlock as well, but we will get to it when we find it. Yeah, we have to go. Okay, so let's examine the crime scene.
Let's hope no one's been hit by this smooth mineral.
So yeah, a rock, stone,
A deck of tarot cards, very popular among street performers.
some cards, a hat,
Someone has over-egged the pudding with these spangles.
and the poster.
The name of the original performer has been replaced with Dilwyn.
You know what? Put on the magic cap. I have a feeling it'll help.
It's not actually magic, John.
Well, not to you perhaps, but to a boy, any magician's hat is special.
So yeah, it's a John challenge to wear the magic hat. So this one, oh. But you also have to wear it if you want to unlock the trophy called Hocus Pocus. So you have to wear the hat before you talk to the kid, otherwise it will not unlock. And you also will keep the hat as well. Yeah, let's continue. So let's find the kid.
I hope the boy's all right. Let's look around, see where he's gone.
You can see the trucks. They're facing this way. So you have to have pinned in the top right the magical prodigy. concentration mode you cannot run, you can only walk. But yeah, you will not be randomly spoken to or anything. Further down.
Should have known better than to jostle a police officer.
Walk around all the way down. Just follow the path till you're at the end of it. I still continue. And look who we found. So we're in this area. That's on the map. That's just beside the Caesars Bridge, across from Bonaparte Street. We walked from, just following the road, Harbor Avenue, further down to the south, towards the bridge, and then you went just before the bridge, we went to the right side. So you're there. Don't forget to put on the hat, the magic hat, before talking to the kid, because then you unlock the trophy. Otherwise, you will not. So yeah, let's talk to the boy.
It's all right, boy. You can come out. Your pursuer has been intercepted by Cordona's finest.
I didn't do... Hey, that's my hat you're wearing.
I know it is. I followed you from your magic stand. Are you okay?
I'm fine. You should keep the hat. It makes you look like the amazing Alonzo. He's the best magician around. It never suited me anyway.
Is that so? Let me take a look at you.
Now we can observe him to deduce who he is. So the neck area, the front, his clothes, his hand, his wrist. Then we found mouth bruises, recently beaten, baggy old clothes several sizes too big, black smudges, paint over writing ink, amber beads, a rather expensive trinket. So either it says he's a street urchin or he's a bored rich kid. But in this case the answer is bored rich kid. You will not, in this case the character portrait doesn't influence the case itself. But yeah, the answer is bored rich kids, because mainly because he's wearing a rather expensive bracelet. So yeah, character portrait Dylan. Dylan comes from a rich family but wears wretched clothes and as a distraction, and his bruises as a badge of honor. His keen mind craves a challenge that the school teachers cannot provide. Fortune-telling antics are his only way to stave off boredom. So basically sounds like what Sherlock can do as well. Okay.
You wear your bruises like a badge of honor, a souvenir of your street antics. Your clothes are ragged, yes, but your hair and nails are clean. You're no urchin. This is a rich boy's game, a way to fight off boredom. You made a costume, snuck out from home, and put your skills to the test.
Wow, I guess you do know me.
Clearly. So tell me, why did you call that man a liar?
Because he is. He told me he's a lord. But no lord has calluses on his hands and sour cabbage stuck in his moustache. He came after me. He caught me with a fist. Nasty bugger.
What did you expect? You embarrassed him in front of his peers and he couldn't admit it. Of course he would lash out. You must be careful how you deploy the truth, Dilwyn. It's a potent weapon, as easily turned against the speaker as it is brandished by him.
Yeah, well, the truth is what people pay me for. I simply notice things others don't. But I think you know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Yes, I can do it too.
Yeah. So it doesn't really matter what you answer, but in this case, what the kid and Sherlock knows is called deduction.
It's called deductive reasoning. I happen to be somewhat of an expert in it.
I never knew there was anyone else like me.
Your abilities come with consequences, Dilwyn. To adults, you're a nuisance. To other kids, a freak. You must learn how to blend in. Bite your tongue.
But I don't want to blend in.
Then they will lock you up. The truth hurts, and the bigger the truth, the further men will go to silence it. Be careful how and when you deploy it.
All right. I mean, it was just an amusement.
Yes, nothing like a swift uppercut to really pass the time. Perhaps when faced with the monotony of this world, you will find a place in your mind to explore instead. There is little to gain in idle provocation.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter, just prefer what you want to answer. So let's say you can join the police.
Why don't you go to the police and show them your skills? You could become a real detective one day.
They won't take me seriously. Grown-ups never do.
I'm sure you'll be able to impress them, Dilwyn. Just work your magic.
All right. Maybe I'll do that. Catching criminals could be fun.
Before you go, impress me. What do you see?
You're overconfident, as a way to mask your insecurities. You're more vain than you care to admit. And you notice when people notice you. You act like you don't need anyone, because it's easier to pretend you like being alone than to ask for help. You desperately hope to find somewhere you belong. But you never will. Nowhere, no one will ever be enough. And the truth is, you're terrified. You're too smart and too empty inside. You know how dangerous that is, and you know exactly what you're capable of.
Valiant attempt, but alas, you've missed the mark.
Oh, really? Well, what does John think?
Sherlock, did he just... How?
I don't know.
Huh. You recognize John, and yeah. This was one of the shorter cases. Some cases will be a bit longer. For example, the DLC content. Some in-game cases are also a lot longer, depending on what happened. But yeah, since I played this game before, some cases might even look faster than you expect. So yeah, let's go do some more cases. So Saint and Sin is a DLC. The Rugged Informant is part of the Micro Sprite DLC, and Beyond and Joke is a DLC. So we're gonna continue with the Iron Coffin. Just thinking Iron Coffin. Oh yeah, we found that by listening to two women. This is also part of the 3 cases where you can receive a trophy as well. Part of the trophy called Guilty, where you have to come to the right 3 times the correct accusations. The first one was an in-game micro case called Love, Death and Cordona, and this is the second one, Iron Coffin, and the third one is Blindsided. So yeah, depending on how you find them. And in this case itself, you also have some other trophies you can achieve, achieve called Lawful Truthful and trophy Friends in Low Places. But yeah, we will explain them as we continue. Yeah, that was. So it's only available after you finish the Muse from Abroad. If you acquired it. Then you can eavesdrop on 2 people in the police lobby. So we will go there now, because when you accept the game after finishing the Amuse from Abroad, which will have you walking from the jail cells here. You'll be walking back here. There will happen a cutscene, or you listen to the women talking. They're standing here in front of the police logo, 2 women, and then if you listen to them, you will acquire the case iron coffin. Yeah, that is that one. And then you will receive information that someone has been found dead. It is not clear who did it, and the words you need to filter out are Armor Copello Company, dead in the safe, and claim innocence. So yeah. So the guy in question is already in the museum, and the trophy Lawful Neutral you achieve by wearing the police uniform and hat, which you will receive after finishing the first police case. So we have to interrogate all suspects without telling them you're not a cop. Yeah, let's go talk to the suspects. And then you will get the Lawful Neutral, the police outfits. This one, which you receive after finishing the first police case, which you automatically go to the police station. The uniform, navy uniform, was from a quest, from a case. So an in-game reward. Officers, police. Detective. Oh yeah, this right there. Yeah, in case you haven't received the officer's cap yet, just wear the regular police cap for the trophy, because the officer's cap you receive upon completing all the police cases. So yeah, where the regular one. So let's check downstairs. Talk to the suspects. Which have already been arrested. Empty. Let's see what...
What a long day.
No.
What a long day. What a long day.
Huh. Okay, I've never been. I don't think I've been downstairs before. Oh. Yeah, anyway, downstairs in the jail area is not where the suspects will be. Just walking around. Oh, this is the first one, so we have to walk all the way down to the police jail area and then go the stairs, go down the stairs, and you find the first suspect.
Excuse me, but are you Mr. Capello? My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm hoping you could spare a moment to talk.
Manners, what a pleasant surprise. Most of your colleagues have lacked even the simplest of common courtesies.
So now you have to say, I'm an honorable cop. Because if you tell the truth, you will not receive the reward, the trophy.
You're a suspect, sir, but not yet a criminal. I shan't treat you as such. Your case is refreshingly unusual, and I wish to get to the bottom of it.
Manners and enthusiasm. Huh. May you go far, young man. What can I help you with?
Okay, let's observe him. Face area. The necktie. So it will comment on the suit he's wearing. His hand. His knuckles. His other hand. Commenting on the ring. And then we found eyes, focus, look, wedding ring, tied on the finger, bruised hand, recent trauma, elegant new clothing, fresh and fashionable. So you can either have the impulsive or methodical. Yeah. I forgot how to pronounce, but yeah. For character profile, Vasilo Copello.
You are surprisingly composed for a man accused of murder. Not so easily shaken, I take it.
Life is full of surprises. You'd be astonished how many deals go sour due to a force majeure. One becomes skilled at adapting. I am confident this will all be set straight. Until then, I will endure.
Much how you endure that injured hand. Those bruises look painful, but you seem barely aware of it. Were you attacked?
No, a minor accident, nothing more. My heady days as a man out to prove his valor are far behind me. I now know that to succeed in life, one must stay calm and plan ahead. The world will turn your way eventually. And if it does not, then one must persuade it so.
Please, tell me how you ended up in this situation.
Well, this morning some clients arrived to finalize their purchase of a Copello modular safe. But when we opened the door, Out tumbled a dead man.
And I take it this wasn't normal.
No, I normally keep my corpses in the wardrobe. Please, young man, spare me your wit. The rest of the day was a blur. I recognized the victim, and it seems so did the police. That was enough to make me the main suspect.
Who sent for the authorities?
No one. As it happens, we had a break-in last night. Nothing was stolen, but for insurance purposes, the report had to be made. So, police officers just happened to be on the premises when we discovered the body in the safe.
You mentioned you were showing your wares to some prospective buyers when the safe was opened. Who were they?
Clerks from the bank. They inspected the safe from top to bottom yesterday. I assumed the sale was just a formality at that point.
And the safe was closed?
It's usually open, but it locks automatically when the door swings closed. That's another marvelous Coppello invention.
A coffin that locks itself. Marvellous indeed. Help me grasp your movements yesterday. What time did you meet the customers from the bank, and did you have any other appointments?
Yesterday, the bank clerks arrived at 10 a.m. Afterwards, I was alone in the office until my wife Augusta came in at 3 p.m. I left for home at 6:30 p.m.
And what about this morning?
Our meeting for the demonstration was set for 9 a.m. I arrived about half an hour prior in order to prepare.
I have one final inquiry. Do you recall the time at which the safe door was closed?
Young man, I may just as well ask you when you closed your cigar case. I have opened our safes a dozen times a day for a dozen years. I do not recall.
You say you became the suspect when the police identified the victim. Is there history between you?
Surely you jest. That man and I have never met and never would, unless he became the first deity in history to use our products.
Some sort of family feud? I'm afraid I'm not familiar.
You must be new to Cordona. It's an old tale. Back in Italy, generations ago, the deities tried to ruin our family business. They nearly succeeded. The Capellos rightfully struck back, but there has been bad blood ever since.
And does that blood flow in you too?
I told you, sir, it's an old story, or it was. I fear this horrible event portends worse to come. My wife may be in danger as we speak.
I'd like to inquire about the burglary.
I'm not sure I see the connection, but if you wish to know more, talk to Billy Lloyd, the night watchman. He scared off the thief.
Was it also Billy that discovered the burglar?
No, my wife did. She had stayed late yesterday. Poor Augusta. At least she's safer with the police than at home alone.
Well, Mr. Capello, I think that's all I need from you at present. Where can I find your office?
Here, take my card. Billy should be on site to assist with the investigation. And please, sir, would you check on my wife before you depart?
Thank you. I will endeavour to speak with her before I leave the station.
Please, treat her gently. Women lack our resilience when it comes to ordeals like this. I shall eagerly await your return. After all, there's little else I can do.
Okay, so you have to talk to his wife before going to the crime scene. When they found the body, so walk back upstairs to the door and straight ahead to...
Mrs. Cabello, please wait in the office. The inspector will be here soon.
So you have to go to the inspector office.
It's the perfect time to investigate.
So this door, so far as I know, is most of the time closed, unless of course for now, because we have a case. So yeah, there is not much to do. You can talk to the people, but that will do nothing.
Come on, Sherry. Say, I am the law.
You must be the inspector.
Would you be Augusta Capello?
Must I really repeat myself to every baby-faced man in uniform that strides in?
So now we have to choose the option I'm new, because otherwise you will not get a trophy.
Forgive me, I am not the inspector, but I am working on your husband's case.
Then I have nothing to say to you. Come back with the inspector in charge so that we may dispense with the endless repetition.
So now we can observe her. So the face, the hand, and the brush, the badge, the pin, shaped like a harp. So we've got glassy eyes used, laudanum recently, ring finger marks from fidgeting, golden harp pin, a parting gift from 1875. She is shocked because he's fidgeting with the ring due to stress. Character portrait Augusta Copello.
Whilst I prefer German composers, the harp solo from Lucia di Lammermoor stands out as one of Donizetti's finest contributions to the form. I'm sure Basilio thought the same.
He did. How? Did he tell you how we met?
Oh, there was no need. It is trivial to observe how much you value your memories of playing harp in the orchestra, and even an amateur Italian harpist would be familiar with Donizetti's finest work.
Yes. Music is a balm in these uncertain times. It is nice to meet another who appreciates it.
Much as I appreciate the truth. Please, Mrs. Capello, let me help you and your husband.
I am not unappreciative, sir. But I'm afraid I presently lack the strength.
Basilio tells me you were present during the burglary yesterday. What can you tell me about it?
Oh, it gave me such a fright. I fainted, fell to the floor. I wish I could help you, but I'm just utterly useless. Please, I want to rest before the inspector arrives.
Were you familiar with the deceased man found in the safe?
No, I did not know him, nor can I conceive of how the poor soul ended up there.
You've had quite the day, Mrs. Capello. I shall leave you be. If I have further questions, I may visit again later.
So now we got that, and now we can go to the other person at the house. So we need to go to Mr. Copello's mansion. That's also is so his house is near here. No. So we're walking to the house and we can talk to the person who's still at the crime scene. Let's see. Where are we? We have to go. Let's. Huh. Don't really get what is the front of the house. That is the cathedral. Yeah, because his house is in Adler Street, the east of the cathedral. But what is the main entrance? Yeah, I think we already walked past by it. Let's see. Okay, so this is just in the center. Okay, I cannot find the front door for some reason, or I'm at the wrong building. People of interest. Yeah. East on Adler Street, east of Cathedral. Huh. Okay, this is yeah, this area, but okay, I cannot find the front door for some reason. Okay, let's go further. Ah, so we needed to go further down the street, so we pass the cathedral, the market, following east on Adler Street. Okay. So now we can enter, and you still have to wear the police outfit, because otherwise you will not get the trophy. Which I already unlocked. But yeah, for your own playthrough, definitely wear the police uniform. So we can talk to him.
They sell door locks, padlocks. No Sherlock.
There's a note on the desk, safe combination reminder. Mr. Lloyd, the code to all safes in the office is 00130500. The kind feature kindly refrain from locking your trousers in our merchandise, or we will have to reconsider your employment. Regard, Mr. Coppello. Huh, that's not smart. Put in your pants.
Though, probably for the best. Imagine dealing with two of you. Ugh.
The best on the market. You can wallop them, you can burn them. Nothing will work.
I bet he tested that himself.
Strength, security, peace of mind. Tacky.
Well, you know, that's your opinion, good sir. They sell door locks, padlocks. No Sherlocks, though. Probably for the best. Imagine dealing with two of you. Ugh.
Yeah, let's talk to the guy.
Ill-fitting pants, wonky nose, and hair that appears to have been cut by your own hand. You must be Billy Lloyd.
Oh, it's you! I knew you'd come.
You did?
You're Mirko Gallia, the best investigative journalist on Cordona. I'm a fan of your work.
Alas, you're mistaken. The name is Sherlock Holmes, and your employer...
Oh, of course. Discretion. I'm sorry. I doubt the policeman upstairs heard me, though, so your secret is safe with me, Sherlock.
Huh. He thinks that you're the writer of the newspaper, apparently.
Mr. Capello told me you were present during the burglary and scared the criminal off the property.
Yeah, you should have seen it. As soon as the burglars saw me, they went white as death. Ran out the back door of the office. I heard a thud and cat shrieks, so I think they went over the railing and into the bushes out back. Clearly, my reputation precedes me. Mr. Capello was so proud.
You're a guard, but you didn't give chase.
Well, by the time I made it outside, they were miles away. So I went back to help Mrs. Capello. That kind of gentlemanly courtesy is why I'm so well regarded round these parts.
When did the burglary happen?
After 10 in the evening. I was just talking to Mrs. Capello.
Does she normally work this late?
No, it's the first time it happened. Usually I'm alone at night. I was explaining to Mrs. Capello how drinking water every 3 hours can help with digestion, when she excused herself and went back upstairs. Then there was a scream, and I ran up to the office and...
I know what happened next, thank you. What about last evening? Do you have any more details about the break-in?
Of course. I write down everything that happens during my watch. Take a look.
Fastidious in its mundanity, but I will make of it what I can. What did the thief look like?
Shorter than me, mid-20s, a huge scar across the right cheek going from the eye. Short hair. She didn't look like a ghost. Too corporeal.
Hold on. She? You didn't think to mention the burglar was a woman?
Why did you assume it was a man? It's the 19th century, sir. Ambitious young women are out there pursuing a career, and I, for one, encourage it.
Yes, spare me the sermon. I must go and inspect the crime scene. If I have further questions, Mr. Lloyd, I will find you.
Oh, don't worry. I won't be able to keep away.
Right.
Okay, so let's check the body upstairs. Huh.
Oh, why do I get the worst jobs?
Wouldn't want to be in his shoes. I'm a bit claustrophobic.
Okay. First the body. The head.
Clear indications of blunt trauma, possibly inflicted before the victim was in the safe.
The mouth.
Bulging veins, cyanosis, bloodshot eyes, odd foaming in the mouth. Bruises, torn nails, bleeding was severe and continued at length. Blood on the safe door could have been left by the victim. Clothes are not fully buttoned. Was the victim dressing or undressing? What a rotten way to die.
Yeah, what a shame.
Huh.
The bottle is half empty. A wine, well enjoyed. Recently used, but why would it be here?
Oh, why do I get the worst jobs?
So you can talk to him.
Do you know anything else about the dead body in the safe?
Well, there is the rule of threes. You can survive 3 weeks without food, 3 days without water, 3 hours in harsh weather, and 3 minutes
Of you talking?
without air. I'm sorry, did you say something?
No, very enlightening, Mr. Lloyd, thank you.
Oh, actually, no.
Is this code memo still valid?
Oh, yes, it's the same combination code everywhere. It corresponds to Mrs. Capello's birthday, actually. In fact, during this year's celebration, I was allowed a sip of champagne. That's when I had to dry my trousers, and then I had to...
Okay, thank you, Billy.
I know of it, but forgot.
What can you tell me about Mr. Capello?
He's a good employer, but very focused on work, and very serious about security, of course, since he employed a night watch of my caliber. Not everyone appreciates his strict business approach, though. Store clerks don't seem to last long in the office.
Good to know.
I don't know.
Have you noticed anything different about Mrs. Capello recently?
Not really. She talks to me more when I start my shift. Probably because of the 100 Best Curry Recipes book I'm reading. Oh, and we've been running out of paper a lot lately, so she often sends me out to buy more for her. She's very particular about the paper we use. Only one store on the island stocks it, and it's on the other side of the town. But I'm really fast.
Interesting, thank you.
So we can further. Yeah, this part changes in the game every time. Okay, so we came from the other door, now we go to the other door, which is an office.
A concert program from 7 years ago. An Augusta LaDuca is listed as a harpist in the orchestra.
Valicio's note to Augusta. Augusta, we do not have the time today for a chat because of my important client meeting, but I'm concerned about your desire to work such late hours. You seemed happy about it, which is why I did not bring it up previously. But perhaps it is best that we have a conversation. I'm sure we can find a different arrangement. Basilo.
Two theatre tickets for Shakespeare's Othello. The performance is tomorrow.
Have to respect the classics. I swear I just saw a lion out there, on the railing.
Heir to the Detti family returns home. Niccolo Detti, a young heir to the Detti family business, has returned to Cordona after 12 years of studying and working on the mainland. This coincides with Orazio Detti's departure to Italy and hints at the possibility that Niccolo is intending to take over the family business in Cordona. We will be watching this situation closely as it follows and will endeavor to obtain a reaction from Basilo Capello. The Capello and the Detti feud have been existent for over 200 years, and even though this acrimony has been muted for the past few decades, some still remember the conflicts of the Gonzalo Detti and Vitalio Capello era. We are hoping that Niccolo's young mind and Basilo's calm business attitude may find common grounds. So maybe the dead guy is the daddy. Another letter from a lawyer. Signor Coppello, it has come to my attention that Niccolo Daddy is soon to return to Cordona. We do not know what that means for the future of Daddy family, but Orazio seems set on staying in Rome, so take that as you will. I want to strongly advise on behalf of the whole family that you avoid contact with Niccolo. We have no doubt that you will be able to retain your composure even if provoked, but we do not know what the daddies are planning. Be on your guard, the family reputation is at stake. In Bocca al Lupo Nado Gelani. Oh. Okay. Next, the notebook. Basilio Coppello's diary. This diary shows Basilio Coppello's schedule planned weeks ahead. There are several noteworthy recent entries. First, a meeting with a detective from several weeks ago, and second, 2 dates labeled with the safe, yesterday and today.
He clearly needs a better work-life balance.
Well-organised workplace?
Mr. Capello is the best.
Okay, this chap is seriously creepy.
He's back. So let's continue. I can talk to him.
Do you know whose keys these are?
Probably Mr. Capello's. Police took him so suddenly. I have the same set, but it's more efficient. Has fewer keys.
So you don't have access to the entire office?
No. Only Mr. and Mrs. Capello have the key to the back door.
Do you know anything about these entries?
No. But Mr. Capello is so well organised. I use a different method. Very popular among the Buddhist monks. You create an attic in your mind and...
I'm familiar. Keep it tidy, put only necessary information in, remove unnecessary information regularly.
What? No, it's called an attic. You just stuff it with everything. You never know what might prove helpful someday.
That is profoundly upsetting.
I don't know.
Do you know what this note might be about?
I cannot presume to know another's mind, of course, but I think Mr. and Mrs. Capello have been having some familial difficulties, probably due to their lack of children. One of my oldest friends helps couples with their relationship troubles, and he always says...
You don't have to continue.
Oh, well, he says that to me as well, but I'm perfectly happy to.
No, I insist.
Of course, let's again go to the back door.
I'm going to catch the criminal myself, but later.
Cats can follow.
Don't forget about the cats in the bushes, Sherry.
So now we can follow the pattern, mostly by following a cat.
The letter F is inscribed within a 4-leaf clover pattern. Passe muraille. Walk through walls in French. Our thief seems rather arrogant. A comprehensive set of lockpicks, recently cleaned with no fresh scratches.
Now we can search some more, because we found all evidence and as well at the back streets. Now we can go to an archive. Let's go to the police station since it was a burglary. So the burglary late in the evening, night, nothing stolen. So district is Escalado, documentation, property, crimes. No, not that one. There's Galadio district, crimes, property crimes and evidence, instruments of crime because of the lockpicks we found on the ground. No. Wrong district. Scaladio and Grand Surrey are quite close by. Okay, profile of Felicia Savage. Felicia Savage, age 27, currently affiliated with the Backyard Boys gang, acting as their master burglar. The Backyard Boys have a hideout on Clay Street in central Miners End. She has a distinct car on her right cheek, gives conflicting story as to its origin, but has it since at least age 18. After her parents died at sea, she raised her inheritors. Felicia turned to crime, has been arrested several times, but cooperates with the law, lessening the severity of her punishments.
Maybe it would be wise to take a look around outside before we enter. Just a thought.
Do you know anything about this?
I can't help you, officer. Perhaps other people know more.
Okay, so this thinning of the ranks, another of John challenge that will give you the friends in low places. So you have to eavesdrop on two people. And then you will receive that one, so don't directly head into the hideout. Yeah, let's go to that street. So in Miners End. Miners End. Oh, fast travel. Where are we walking?
The worst clothes at the best price.
Let's see. No. Where? was, let's see. Place streets. Oh, place street other side. Okay. That's so place street. This area. Then we have to find the entrance and the two whispering people.
Other gangs are planning an attack on the backyard, boys.
Okay, here. So this is backyard, boys. When you walk down to Craig Street, and the people you can listen to for the trophy, friends and loud places are here on Clay Street in this area. So where I'm standing right now. Walker's Place and Miner's End, Limping Brass and Beggar Performance. So we get a note. Thinning the ranks. John was right. It seems that the backyard boys have mobilized due to the boarded robbery of armor Capello by Felicia Ceviche. They believe that another gang set them up and they are going to attack soon. I've overheard, however, that the Pipe, the limping information broker of the gang, is calling in his beggar informants. The Pipe can be found in the marketplace in central Miner's End. But that's why we can head it later on. So yeah, we have to change our clothing. So we can go in there. So let's go in a back alley. So you have to wear the savage rags at least. So for now we have to change and look as yeah. Let's see what we had. No. Go to the Miner's End. There we also have a clothing trader, so we can change clothes as well. Because I haven't bought everything. I can just so we're in Miner's End.
Buy some step.
So now you can at least have the racks on that we wear. You can wear bandage. Still. No, you cannot rent. You can just buy, I guess. But you don't have to. You can do that. So you can wear that. At least have the clothing. Then you can, let's see, designers double. You can. We bought that. What is this? Yeah, we can even get makeup if you want. Don't have to.
I hope you'll be comfortable in it.
Yeah, so I'm wearing at least the vagabond rags. You see on the right side of the screen that you have a big round arrow, circle, big green circle around the lowest icon on the bottom. That means with who you can talk to. For example, the ones in the higher ranks and police will not be happy to talk to you. So depending on what you're wearing, it increases or decreases. As you can see, you don't have to wear the eye patch, but yeah. Because you can see, as long as you wear at least, you should at least try to get half of the, at least half or more of the green circle. So I guess bigger the better. So get that. Then we have to talk to the so-called pipe guy that is walking around in Miner's Inn. You have to have
the best the flea markets cannot. I've nothing left in stock.
that have the tinning of the ranks in the top corner, and then you have to look for the guy in this guy.
Despite being used, these
This
goods
guy
are
next
still
to the-
fine. Take a
To
look.
the seller who sells also furniture. It was once from the Holmes Manor. So yeah, talk to this guy in the clothes that look the most like you're the lowest of the lowest rank.
Hello, mister. I've got some information for you. Heard you were asking.
Have you now? Well, let's hear it.
This way it doesn't really matter what you answer, because it only influences how many people when you go back to the hideout, how many you have to fight, like after you're prepared or not. But yeah, for this one we go for there is no attack, so easy.
So the bandits, right? Not coming. Bigger fish to fry, they say. Bigger worries.
Interesting. Are you absolutely sure?
Heard it with my own ears. Lord is my witness.
Oh, good. Here you go. Buy yourself something nice. Might I suggest soap?
Oh, thank you, mister. Thank you.
What a simpleton.
Supposed to be Philip from London. Good impression.
So then you have cleared John's challenge, and also you should have seen a notification that you got friends in low places trophy. Then we can continue with the quest. And now we have to go back to the hideout where we just were, and then defeat the bandits inside, because you said
The best the flea
easy.
markets can.
Our clothes will be worn
influences
well.
the-
Take my word.
the influences the people inside the hideout, because you said there will not be an attack. And then we also have to change back to the police outfit. So you can dress up John, but you don't need it for the game itself. So let's head back to the hideout. Where are we? Here. You listen to these people whispering, and the hideout is which door? gates. I think we walk past by it, but I'm not sure which side. It's there, so okay, probably walk past by it. Let's see. No. Ah, here. Great. We walked past by it. So this is the door. So that's for miners and can go to Bridge Road and then go to Clay Street heading north, and then you will pass on your left side and otherwise your right side this door. That's the place where we have to, and there should be two people talking to each other in front of it. And then when you enter, we have to fight, and it doesn't really matter if you arrest or kill them, but yeah. Let's continue.
I'm coming for you.
Alright, that one had to.
Oh! No more crime for you until now.
I'm coming for you. I couldn't miss the party.
The snuff's ready.
Take a rest.
Yeah, the knife throws are pretty quick.
I couldn't miss the party.
Don't bother moving.
Give him the pepper snuff. Time to knock this guy out.
In your tree. I'm coming. Oh!
Too simple.
The snuff's ready.
Not that easy. I'm coming for you. I couldn't miss the party. Just die.
He's all yours now. Go for it. I thought we were against murder.
Don't bother moving.
Give him the pepper snuff.
If it chose the hard option, the bandits will be
Time to knock this.
Dodge this.
Too simple.
Otherwise you would have had more armored bandits that don't make it.
Okay, I give up.
Good. So now we're back in the cell where we can question her, so make sure that you're still wearing the police clothes for the trophy.
And here we are, Miss Sevigny. A place where we can talk about all your recent activities. We have a nice profile on you, you know.
What are you talking about? I didn't do anything.
Is there nothing you didn't do, Miss Sevigny? Thieve for the gang, break into the Armor Capello office, kill Niccolo Detti?
What? Kill? I didn't kill nobody. No, How?
So you admit the rest. I suppose you won't mind explaining some things to me then.
Let's observe. So, the necklace, shoulder, and a trousers or pants, his leg. So we have strange locket, lockpick, headed inside, or hidden inside, posh clothes, double-sided jacket, torn trousers, cat claw marks on the leg. So we can either choose show off or prepared. It's prepared. Character profile Felicia Ceviche. In her 20s, claw marks are from a cat and torn from jumping. Lockpick.
You were in the Armor Capello office yesterday evening, Miss Sevigny. The same place that Niccolo Detti was found dead today. What happened?
How would you know? You can't prove anything?
It's written all over you, Miss Sevigny. I presume you did not intend your evening to end with a fall over the railing and a fracas with felines? Need I continue?
Zut alors! It was just a job, nothing else. I was asked to come. Here, see for yourself. I don't know who hired me, but I think they wanted to pin the crime on me. Poor Niccolo.
You knew Mr. Detti, how?
Niccolo and I grew up together. I hadn't seen him in years, then ran into him on the street, smiling with some lovely lady on his arm.
And that was the last time you saw him alive?
Well, until I found him dead yesterday. That same woman was there, too. It can't be coincidence.
You saw a woman in the office?
Mm-hmm. She started screaming, so I slammed the safe door and ran when I saw a guard coming.
When were you offered this job?
Ah, mon Dieu. I don't remember precisely. I think the letter arrived around 9:30 in the evening. It sounded tricky, but the money was good.
And you arrived at the office?
Perhaps 45 minutes later. I am very good, sir. I was in and out in 5 minutes.
I don't like lies.
No, wait. Okay. It took 15 minutes. All right? Still impressive, no?
Your thieving days may well be over, Miss Sevigny. Until this matter is resolved, you will remain here. Good day.
So yeah, now we talk to her and we talk to all the culprits in police clothing. So at this point you should have unlocked the lawful neutral trophy and talking to the guy in Miner's End. You should have unlocked the friends in low places while wearing the rag clothing and the head bandage and the stubble and looking like you're having a really bad day. And now we can talk to her again, and you have to choose the right accusations, because then you will be able to get you're busy with getting the guilty trophy, which you have to pick 3 correct accusations in 3 cases to get it. Okay.
I didn't do a thing. I didn't do a thing.
So now we can head upstairs, talk to the wife of Mr. Coppello.
What a long day.
Oh, wrong direction. Go back to the inspector's room.
What exactly was your relationship with Niccolo Detti?
Who? What are you talking about?
Madam, please, a young woman dedicated to her music and an enthusiastic artist, your marriage to Basilio could not have offered all you needed. And then about 6 months ago, you met Niccolo Detti. There was a spark, you started to see each other. It brought passion back into your life.
How could you?
But your tryst didn't go unnoticed. Felicia Sevigny spotted you with Niccolo, but rather than cease your affair, you took care to avoid the public eye. You started working with your husband at the office and met your lover there in the evening after Basilio departed. Billy would not notice, and you hoped neither would your husband. Do I have this right so far?
Yes, I love Basilio, I truly do. But his first passion is his work. I respect that, but it left me adrift. Niccolo. Oh, sweet Niccolo. He was the man I needed. If he had had any other name, I would have talked to Basilio. But he was a Detti.
And your husband suspected something.
I think he did. He asked questions. Billy's schedule was moved forwards here. Yes, he suspected.
And thus we arrive at the heart of the matter. How did Mr. Detti end up deceased in the safe?
I do not know.
Madam?
I don't know anything about his death.
Are you sure this is how you wish to proceed?
It is the truth. Please, just leave me be.
Huh. So now you have finished John's quest. So now you should have seen a notification of the lawful neutral. Now we can talk to her again, and then you have to accuse her by picking.
It is a shame it has come to this, but it is patently obvious that you are responsible for Niccolo Detti's death.
How dare you? I wouldn't want him to.
I see you need some persuasion. I know that Niccolo Detti went to the office to meet you.
Yeah, you have to pick the accusations in correct order. So we start with the clue called business affairs.
It was a midnight tryst. Niccolo would visit the office once Basilio left, but this time he returned. So you hid Niccolo in the safe. A foolish move.
I didn't know the code had changed. It was the only choice. I couldn't let him be found. I loved him.
Really, you could have saved his life by simply speaking with your husband, but you sought to free him another way.
Then the letter to Felicia. Choose that one. There's a second one you have to choose in correct order.
To free Mr. Detti, you hired Felicia Sevigny, a petty burglar, to crack the safe, and as a result, you killed your lover.
No, it's because the combination had changed. It is not my fault.
You are splitting hairs, Mrs. Capello. The fact remains you chose to risk Niccolo's life rather than call your husband. And I know why.
And now we have to choose the lawyer's letter. That's the last one. Then you have 3 green. This will add up to the guilty trophy, which you have to complete cases Love, Death and Cordona, Blindsiders and Iron Coffin, which is the current case we're playing. And then confirm. Yes.
You were afraid how it would affect the reputation of the Capellos, and you feared what your husband would do as a consequence.
He's a good man, but he cares about his business, about the family. It would have destroyed him.
And now he's accused of murder, Mrs. Capello. How considerate of you.
Mio Dio, how did this all happen?
Then you are guilty if you want it to add up for the trophy.
Despite your best intentions, Mrs. Capello, I believe you are to blame for this sorry affair, not Basilio.
I think you're right, sir. Basilio, he does not deserve this. None of this.
It is not my place to decide what is deserved, but perhaps you now know what to say to the inspector.
I do.
Good day, madam.
I don't think Mrs. Capello did this on purpose. I would have let her go.
So yeah, if you want the trophy, you do not let her go. Because then you will not get the guilty trophy. So if you replay the game, you can choose different endings. So we now completed that quest. So now we can go to the third one related to the guilty trophy.
Come on, Sherry. Say, I am the law.
So yeah, we don't have to wear the officer closer. Let's head out. So let's pause travel to Cordona Chronicles. Yeah, Chronicle building.
Hey.
There. You have to listen to them talking.
Killed with one perfect. Killed with.
Precise hits in old ruins. Blinded. Eyes wide shut. People are talking about a man who was killed in the old ruins on the southwestern side of Grand Surrey. Apparently both his eyes were shot out. That's strange. Credulity, but it is worth investigating. So now we have to go to that location. Old ruins. This is the case called Blindsided and is part of the trophy guilty achievement. And the old ruins are... No. Here. This side. We already walked past by there before. So yeah, we can fast travel to it if you've been here. If you walked around here before. We follow the road. the beach. Where we can talk
Good day, sir.
Merhaba. Good day to be alive.
And by extension, a poor day to take a bullet.
So now we can talk.
Do you know what happened here?
Officer said there was a duel, shots fired, and then that fellow took his last breath. Reminds me of last year.
So the inspectors have been and gone?
Of course. Police don't let an undertaker do his work before they've finished theirs.
Why are you just standing there?
I came to take the deceased to the cemetery, but caught sight of Mother Nature's bounty and had to drink my fill. He won't mind anyway. Let me tell you, friend, the sweet sea air, the calming whisper of the waves, it's a salve for all ills.
You mentioned a previous incident.
It was in the old city ruins. I remember the deceased was very rich. Front page news, very, very rich he was. But a coin makes a poor shield, as I always say. And who needs it when a view like this is free?
Who died?
Oh, no, mister. It is not my place to say.
Not your place? Nonsense. As you say, he won't mind.
Death with dignity, that's all we can hope for, sir. He doesn't need his name out there.
Okay.
We're done.
Now we can examine the crime scene. That guy was the undertaker, so let's examine the crime scene of the person there.
This man is no more. He's ceased to be. He's expired and gone to meet his maker. He's a stiff. Bereft of life, he rests in peace. You know the rest. This man is no more. He's ceased to be. He's expired and gone to meet his maker. He's a stiff. Bereft of life, he rests in peace. You know the rest.
The gun.
A Webley top-break revolver. Blank cartridges filled with a wax-covered gelatin bullet. Effectively harmless, even at close range, but leaves a nice red splash on impact. Predictably, the rumours were exaggerated. The blindfold is intact, with both eyes unharmed.
So, blindfolded.
The bullet entered the heart at an angle, implying it was fired from an elevated position. He died instantly.
Direct shot. Key.
A key for a birdcage? I'll take it.
So now we walk to the other things. Clue 2.
A blindfold, discarded or lost.
Cartridges.
The duelist eventually reloaded his gun, but all the cartridges were filled with red non-lethal rounds. Your opponent was behind you.
Okay.
You know what? That undertaker has a point. It is beautiful here.
Another clue, a letter. Dual oath. We, the undersigned, hereby declare that this duel shall be the subject to and bound by the Blind Dueling Club's strict code of honor. May the winner be crowned Blind Champion. Signed EVS and JD. Witnessed by HFBC, Honorable Referee and Head of the Blind Dueling Club. And then the club rules. Mandatory Blind Dueling Club rules. Do not talk about the Blind Dueling Club. Never miss an opportunity to practice your shooting skills. Do not shed blood at duels or other meetings.
Gosh, how exciting. I always wanted to be a member of a club. I bet you couldn't join. No good at following orders, are you, Sherry?
Ah, the contest then. I shall prove my blind devotion, so to speak, to their inane rules, and you shall eat your words.
So yeah, that one. So that's John's challenge, and then if you complete it, you get a reward.
Blank cartridges filled with red wax-covered gelatin bullets. Most assuredly non-lethal, if rather theatrical on impact. A case for dueling Webley revolvers.
Okay, we found the case. Then a jacket, which we now can wear, like outfit from Sherlock. So you have to follow the 3 rules. Another mark upstairs.
Red stains, relatively fresh.
Another
A
gun.
Lamat revolver, 42 caliber. One chamber is empty, the others are filled with live rounds.
Okay, so let's follow the tracks. Did I miss anything? Key.
Red stains, relatively fresh.
Close. Sound everything.
Blank cartridges filled with red wax-covered gelatin bullets. Most assuredly non-lethal, if rather theatrical on impact.
But we already... oh. We forgot this, the corner.
The corner of the box is broken, likely from being dropped.
That one I forgot. So now we can deduce what happens. Here do I agree what to do. Drop the box upstairs. Someone was sitting.
The victim was killed by someone up on the wall. It may have been the referee who took advantage of the duelists while they were blindfolded. This seems plausible, but I must consider all options. What if there was another person here?
now he's holding his hands to his ear as he drops the gun case, because he's supposedly probably be the referee. And an unknown for party.
The victim was killed by someone up on the wall. There may have been someone else here, a fourth person waiting for an opportunity to strike.
Okay, so now we can try and complete John's challenge, so we can talk to the Undertaker again.
Sometimes I think beauty can blind you, or you can be blind to beauty, you know? Did he see it all around him, do you think, before he covered his eyes and drew his pistol?
Can we please leave the nattering behind?
Oh, friend, relax. Life's too short to be short with people.
So let's provide evidence. Duel in the rooms.
There is more to this case than meets the eye. The victim fell not to his dual opponent, but a hidden marksman in the ruins. Abandon your oversimplistic ideals and tell me the name of the deceased so his killer can be caught.
Ah, that is wrong, to be sure. Okay, the man's name was Eric von Staub. I heard the officers say that he lived in Scaladio.
At last. You may return to your vacant stare.
So yeah, that was an update. So we have the first rule of not mentioning the dueling club. So let's check the archive. Let's check first for the victim. So we have to go to the police station. Archive. For the crime. Oh yeah, the yellow suit when you complete the John challenge for the trophy. You will keep the reward. But yeah, just a second, we'll be back in 2 minutes. Okay, we can continue, sorry. Took a bit longer than expected. We have to go the police archive to find more information about the dead guy. Or all the cases. Yeah, let's see. Blindfolded killed. Okay, district. Cardio. I guess victims. And crimes. I guess it's part by violent. Okay. That's the police report. 3207. A man was reported to have been shot in the old ruins. The victim has been identified as Eric von Staub, born in 1857, unmarried, year of death 1880. Place of residence: von Staub, residence in Cordona, relatives. Irma von Staub, mother died in 1877, horse accident. Gerard von Staub, father died in 1877, horse accident. Magda Irma von Staub, sister, lives in von Staub residence on Bakersfield Street between Vernet Street and Bonaparte Street, Southern Scotland. Okay. To there we can go next. Yeah, go to the location in the report. Also, the undertakers can also examine. It was about another police. Let's go to the Chronicles. Cordona Chronicles. That's it. Let's check the archive. Besides.
I'll be right here.
Okay, testimony of police case refused to give the name of the vagabond. Not the first death, similar incident in city. The district on city, local gazette, so there's articles and interviews, the front page. Sometime last year it says, so that's I guess current year, recent. Let's start with current. No, recent. Yeah, okay. On the Cordona Chronicle 1879, a tragic incident in Old City. A young heir to one of Cordona's richest family has died in a blind duel. During the curious incident, the victim, who cannot be named until all of his family are informed, stepped into the wrong direction, falling off the cliff to his death. The survivors have expressed a deeper regrets and sworn to never duel again. That is sad. Okay. Let's find the house mentioned in the police article about the sister. The von Staub residence should be close by this Bakersfield. We're here. We should be able to walk it.
Extra! Interested. Check the front.
So that was one of the cases we solved. So depending on what answer you give, you get different outcome with a useful right.
Page. You won't regret it.
Let's see. To find. Okay, so there's this building, Bakersfield Street, and near the crossing of Bonaparte and Bernard Street. This one with the purple flowers on the door. So let's change again to the police uniform and try to investigate. So that way the butler will let us enter the residence, otherwise they will complain of who are you.
Good day, officer. Miss von Staub awaits you in her boudoir.
So let's talk to the missus.
Good day, miss. I regret to disturb you at this tragic time, but could you spare a moment?
Oh, officer, I've been waiting. Is his body still in that horrible place?
A horrible place? I should introduce you to the Undertaker. But first, you and I shall get to know one another.
So let's observe her. The face, clothing, the wrist. The hand, the other arm, and the dress, the underpart, or is it the leg? Oh, the leg, the ankle, the feet. No. And the brush, pin, the ribbon, badge. Okay. So we have pale, Luke's palette, red stain, dried red paint, greasy stain, use a skin ointment, black ribbon, morning, paint flecks, fresh multicolored stains, yellow marks, old bruises, purple mark, recent bruise. Victim of character portrait, Magda von Staub. Let's see.
I am Officer Holmes. I take it you are Magda von Staub, the sister of the deceased?
Oh, pardon me. Yes, I am.
My deepest condolences, Miss von Staub. Your brother's body will be returned to you shortly, as I believe the case will soon be closed. Nevertheless, there remain some formalities requiring attention. May I ask you a few questions?
Oh, if you must. But I'm unsure if I will be of much help.
Forgive my intrusion, but I must inquire about your bruises. Did you take a tumble?
Oh, I have a weak disposition. It is not so bad, but my skin marks more easily than a peach. It is the least of my sorrows.
But, Miss von Staub, I can tell you suffered new bruises even before the old ones had healed.
I have nothing more to add, Officer Holmes. It is what it is.
That doesn't sound good.
Do you know if Mr. von Staub had any enemies? Someone that may have sought to do him harm?
Enemies? I don't know. He and I did not discuss such matters, and he was rarely called upon by visitors. My brother's only guests were his friendly contests, but I was not allowed to participate. I merely heard it all from my room.
Contests?
Eric would practice shooting on the patio, and occasionally friends would join him, but I couldn't tell you if they ever argued.
Where were you when your brother died, Miss von Staub?
I was here painting Eric's portrait. My God, You could have asked the servants.
Alas, I needed to hear it from your lips. May I take a look at Mr. von Staub's room? His personal effects may prove invaluable in our understanding of the case.
Please do. Here's the key.
So let's examine the room. Some more, let's see, piano.
How many German composers feature here? It appears the parents are dearly missed. Our beloved parents, 1875, Baden-Baden. Rest in peace.
Okay. Let's continue through the door. Okay, you can look around and import.
Look at those vases, Sherry. Bet they cost a fortune. Would be a shame if someone broke them.
Yeah, this is a not so subtle hint from John that we have to shoot all the phases, because that's part of the second.
Oh, I love it when you're reckless. Were those Limoges porcelain?
You have a keen eye.
Well, I suppose it's yours. Next time, shoot with a blindfold.
So that's for the other case, John. The second rule: shoot, sharpen your skills when possible. So now we're gonna continue upstairs. So, close the wall. Okay, we can walk through that door. This is nothing, Mr. Pazio. So yeah, let's go into the room and examine it. This is probably her room. The missus.
An ointment by a Dr. Herbert with a lavender and pine scent.
This is the sister's room.
Excellent score.
A picture that has been shot. Painting.
A handsome portrait of Eric. Miss von Staub does have talent. The black paint looks thick. It's been mixed with something.
That's the palette and some
The rounds have been emptied.
anti-bullet cases.
She covered the locked windows with paintings, but the atmosphere remains oppressive. Sad home for a young woman. She covered the locked windows with paintings, but the atmosphere remains oppressive. Sad home for a young woman. She covered the locked windows with paintings, but the atmosphere, the end and the beginning.
So yeah, now we can examine the ointment box. Black paint. Oh, we can talk to the missus again. Let's check out the borders. It's probably the one with the horse. Little more. Desk. A letter. A debt letter from Dear Mr. von Staub, thank you for your recent statement of debt owning. I assure you that I'm well aware of the 17,000 gold marks which you are entitled indeed. The figure lingers in my mind every time I see you at the club. Please rest assured that I'm eager to put an end to your worrying and have in fact already began to prepare for the opportunity. Until then, I remain grateful for the patience and goodwill that accompanies men of nobility such as yourself. With some respect, H.F. von C. A debt letter. A picture.
A wealthy man in his 60s. Sir Barnaby Boddington, 1879. A typical crest for a league or a guild. Club headquarters, 190th anniversary celebration.
A letter to Mr. Boddington. Dear Mr. Boddington, thank you for so promptly responding to my request to sending us your portrait. Magnus' admiration for you has grown even greater. I can tell that she is overjoyed to soon be engaged to such a remarkable gentleman. Many fine suitors have been seeking my sister's hand, but I believe that only a man of your caliber is worthy of becoming her husband and protector. E. von Staub. He wanted to marry off his sister. Official German correspondence. Dear Mr. von Staub, we have received your application and recommendations. We will study your profile and credentials and of course inform the honorary consul you have applied to be his successor. Yours faithfully, Maximilian Günther, German Foreign Office. Interesting. Missing gun case. The cabinet next to the bed.
This whip is well loved and well used.
No, that doesn't sound. Guns. The gun. Burnt leather. And a book. The Prussian Army Guide to Corporal Punishment. Extract from books 1 to 5. So the burnt letters suggest multiple authors. Mrs. von Stout, let me profess my love, my hand and heart are. Ah. So her brother doesn't want other suitors to be known. Yeah, let's talk to the sister again.
I found burnt letters in your brother's room. I believe they were addressed to you.
To me? From whom?
They appear to be from some of your suitors. Why did you burn them?
I didn't. I didn't even know about them. Eric, he never said a word.
One of the revolver cases in your brother's room is missing. Do you know where it may be?
I'm not permitted in Eric's quarters. I suppose he must have taken it with him. I'm sorry, I don't follow.
It seems you and Mr. Boddington were to be engaged. Were you as thrilled at the prospect as your brother?
Mr. Boddington is not how I had imagined my husband. But it was Eric's choice. I didn't dare dispute it.
It doesn't sound hopeful.
I beg your pardon? I don't understand.
There is an unfinished portrait of your brother in your room. Beautiful to be sure, but one detail drew my attention. Why did you add gunpowder to your black paint?
You entered my room? I thought you were only inspecting Eric's.
It is standard procedure, Miss von Staub. Now, tell me about the gunpowder.
Eric's art was his shooting, and this painting is my tribute to him. It felt appropriate. We're both artists in different ways. Oh, please, let me...
So that were the clues. Now we can look for the building in the picture.
Mourn my brother.
Yeah, this one. Change back to the yellow suit, because if you want to enter the buildings, you have to walk around. Find them. So yeah, we will just head directly to it. Let's see. Oh, this side. We're here. As you can see, the same as the picture, top right. The emblem, the building itself. That's using the false trouble Church of St. Nicholas and Grand Surrey. In the area, the entrance is on the Bakersfield Street when you pass the crossing off with Silent Way. There it is. So in this building it's important when you fight that you do not kill anyone. Now we go inside first.
Please come in, sir. The gentlemen are waiting.
So now we're in the Blind Touring Club. Alias Werner von Kram, 1785-1844, does all the roads. Probably, I don't know, the production.
How often do you think they check the submission box? My application deserves prompt consideration. Fancy? Not every manor has a custom floor.
That is the von Kramkrest, the old Prussian noble family. They must be patrons of the club.
Jerome Friedrich Vogel Kram, 1823-1872, Der Schütze. Okay. And another one. An empty case. Possibly revolver. Veugen van Kram 1854. Das Wunder. Ah, there's not another date, guys. That. So yeah, this is gonna be where we should save because we're gonna go further down to into the building, which means we have to fight. It also means to finish John challenge. You do not kill anyone, and if you do, you have to restart again. Yeah, that's gonna be. You have to walk around quite a lot. Reload your gun and use the snuff box to make sure that you arrest people as fast as possible. I'm gonna try that to get a 0 kill, only arrest to continue this quest. Downstairs there we will encounter the other people which you have to defeat without killing them, because otherwise you will not get the reward from this case. That's not necessarily a trophy this time, if I remember correctly.
It's the killer. Shake a leg. Get him.
He's all yours now. Go for it.
Don't kill anyone of your
Oh! Don't bother moving. You've lost.
I'm gonna hurt you!
That's difficult because he's wearing a mask.
The snuff's ready.
Too simple.
Give him the pepper snuff.
Take a rest, my friend. Don't bother moving.
The snuff's ready. Time to knock this.
I couldn't miss the party. I'm coming for you.
No more crime for you.
Give him the pepper snuff.
I couldn't miss the party.
Don't cry, you'll live.
Eat lead. Coming.
Take a rest, my friend.
The snuff's ready.
I'm coming for you.
No more crime for you until next.
Give him the pepper snuff.
Do some.
The snuff's ready.
Yeah, if you do this the first time, you will automatically.
I must say, Sherry, that was near perfect. Could it be that you're not completely hopeless?
So we finished John's quest, now we can explore the area. We can explore.
A nice apricot aroma. Marilyn schnapps, I presume. Half full. 2 glasses with dregs of alcohol. Should I pour us a drink, John?
Collection. Telegrams. First telegram. Can't come. I fear for my life. Must leave Cordona at once. Sorry, be careful, Dorf. Second telegram. Those blessed anarchists are everywhere. It's their fault. I shall come to our emergency assembly at once, and I'll bring my gunmen. Hasn't come. Third telegram. I'll be there. A laat spoor van Staub Paddelos. Who was it? The English left-handed duelist? Von Münchenhaus. Yeah, that's the question mark. And a broken glass on the ground.
Glass crushed underfoot with damp traces still visible.
Look around the room. You basically install cellar. Shooting area. Another note. The Blind Dueling Club book. The club was founded in 1689 by August von Kram after a notorious bet he had to kill 22 ducks on this night in order to win the attention of a beautiful lady Hedwig. Unfortunately, the night was too dark and he killed 2 innocent wanderers instead. After losing both the bet and his beloved, August vowed to master the art of shooting, so founded the Blind Shooting Club. To prove their skills, members had to shoot through a screen. This task quickly became monotone, so club members began practicing with blind duel. The club's name thereby changed to the Blind Dueling Club. In 77, after the death of one of the members, important changes took place, including the replacement of real bullets with home blank cartridges. The club split into several houses and exists now in different countries to keep the tradition of German sharpshooting alive. Okay.
The same ingredient was used in the dueling revolver's ammunition. All these places are perfectly secluded, ideal for private duels.
Okay, it was it.
Clever system.
And the new okay. So there's another person. There is a hidden door. So now we go upstairs and meet. Upstairs.
Who the devil are you? I won't go down without a fight.
Sherlock Holmes, and if I wanted a fight, you would already be on the floor. Fortunately for you, I'm merely here to ask a few questions.
Is that so? Well, come on, pretty boy. How about I fix that nose of yours? Give it a bit more character.
Enough. Your compatriots attacked me and I responded. They still have their lives, unlike Mr. von Staub.
True. At least you are not a murderer. Fine, you may speak.
So yeah, if you had the fight downstairs, didn't follow the John challenge. If you killed some of his friends, he would not be happy with you, but he will answer your questions. So first one with observing is the eye, of his eye. Another one is the middle parts, the bed. The red paint, blood, spattered, the dirty pants, his hand, his ring, and then we have glass eye, foresight, champion badge, best shooter in the club, signet ring from Cram, crest, dirt from the old wounds, red spot, possibly blood. Character portrait, Heinrich von Cram. Valuable witness.
So you are Mr. von Cram, one of the club's best shots, the referee of the deadly duel, and witness to Mr. von Staub's murder.
Incorrect. I am the best shot at the club. Heinrich Vögen von Cram. But how did you know I was there?
Your clothes, Mr. von Cram, the dirt on your trousers confirms your presence in the old ruins. And your jacket features a bloodstain from your attempts to save Mr. von Staub.
That is impressive.
It is merely inferential. Now, a few questions, if I may.
Be my guest. I have nothing to hide.
I'd like to speak with the other competitor.
He left the island. Mr. Dorfman was sure that the killer was after him. He is innocent, I assure you.
Indeed, from his position it would be impossible to fire the bullet at such a downward trajectory, but he was a witness. Shame. So, what transpired in the old ruins?
Everything began as normal. The signatures, choice of weapons. I checked it all, and then blindfolded the duelists. Erich stood to my left, and his opponent, Mr. Dorfman, to my right. Before they could begin, the killer fired. And I'm sure it was not Dorfman.
Why are you so sure?
The sound was different. Not a Webley revolver. And further away. The killer must be an excellent shot to hit the heart.
Did you or the other duelist see the murderer?
No. The killer slipped away into the hills, so we turned our attention to Erich. Rest his soul.
And neither of you pursued the culprit?
I will not have my character impugned. We had only blank cartridges and a fallen friend at our feet. He was our focus.
You said the killer was an excellent shot. Do you suspect someone from the club?
Definitely not. No one from the club would break our rules.
What transpired after the shooting?
I heard Erich cry out and fall. Mr. Dorfman turned and fired at the killer, but I shouted at him to stop and help. I tried to save Erich, but it was too late. He was gone.
So, we can show evidence.
I've never seen this before. I've never seen this before. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. I've never seen this before.
You have a nice collection of pistols, Mr. Von Cram.
Ah, a fellow connoisseur of firearms. Did something catch your eye?
What caught my eye is a missing Lamat. Where is it?
Ah, that one. I lost it in a bet. A rare failure of mine.
A bet with whom?
That's private, Mr. Holmes, and unrelated to your investigation. I can't help you with this. I don't know what you're talking about. I can't help you with this. I can't help you with this.
It seems you owed Mr. von Staub a small fortune.
A fortune to you, perhaps, but a trifle to me. Our debts ebbed and flowed. In our next contest, there was every chance I would win it back. Eric was too concerned about all that. Frankly, he often lacked the demeanor of a nobleman. His progressive tendencies could be grating. I've never seen this before. I don't know what you're talking about. I've never seen this before.
Last year, there was a similar incident in which a duelist died. What can you tell me?
A tragedy. I shot too well, and my opponent stumbled from the impact. He slipped and fell down the cliff. I regret it all. I have not participated in a duel since. Instead, I only take the role of a referee and supervise the proceedings for safety. I swore that no other club member would die in a duel. Alas, someone else intervened.
As it happens, a Lamat 42 caliber revolver was discovered at the crime scene. You said you were missing a Lamat, yes?
I did, but my Lamat was a 36 caliber.
And you can prove that?
My word is proof enough. If I said it, it is true.
Huh. So, more people try. Great. Can look around. New office. And token of gratitude for generosity.
How to sharpen one's senses.
Look, Sherry, I'm head of the club.
Addressed to Heinrich von Cram and written with a nervous hand. Arrived just yesterday.
A personal letter. Eric. Having a von Cram in the position of honorary consul is the only way to earn respect of other countries. Your name is too small for this state position. My noble Prussian family is the guarantee that the empire can and will stand above all other nations. H.F. von Cram. Eric's response is written on the other side of the letter. Heinrich, good grief, what nonsense. Your family line has been corrupted by excess. You are the last and best example of this decadence. This pin the race, a dying breed. Empire needs better men, stronger, more modern. Do you truly believe such a superficial person, burdened with debts, gambling in his blood, should be entrusted with the responsibilities of the state? Moreover, have you ever known a cripple to be held up as the figurehead of his country? I'm the only legitimate candidate to replace the German honorary consul, Cordona. Spare yourself the embarrassment and withdraw your candidacy before your weaknesses are made public. Evil stuff. As a motive for murder.
Recordings labelled in Braille.
Your ability to perceive the world can be developed with work and concentration.
And head statue of Professor Stolt. Oh, but Kinderkrankenhaus.
Doesn't appear to be the happiest childhood. Cecilia von Cram with Heinrich, Cologne, 1864. Mein Wunder.
A newspaper. Von Cram family donates $5,000 to the Cool Children Hospital, 1865. Okay, we can talk. Okay.
There must be more you can recall from the day of the duel.
I wish. My eyes make me a poor witness, I'm afraid.
Yes, your blindness. An affliction since childhood, one presumes. No scars on your face, and you carry yourself with confidence.
I'm starting to see your worth, Mr. Holmes.
But this limitation developed your other senses and made you an excellent marksman. So, tell me, did you notice anything else?
I do recall a floral smell. Something artificial. It was sweet and fresh and came from the direction of the killer.
You and Eric were competing for the position of honorary consul, yes? Quite the title.
We were, but he stood no chance. Only a true nobleman could take such a role.
Difficult for him to contest it now.
Yeah, you will also be able to get the trophy later on.
I can't help you with this. I can't help you with this. I can't help you with this. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, thank you.
Do you recognize this scent?
Yes. This is it. The smell I noticed at the ruins. Where did you get it? Do you know who killed Eric? Tell me his name.
Okay, now we can...
I need to be elsewhere.
So we got accuse him, because based on the evidence he didn't do it. And now we have the door open to his office, which was previously locked. Yeah, we have to go to the Bondstaub sister. You have to accuse her to get guilty. Get guilty. That's false trouble. Now we have to wear the police outfit again. We have to so let's put on the police outfit. Okay, ja, los. Mention. Oh ja. Ja, to the wrong fast travel. Okay. Let's back to her sister's house. Then you have to accuse her. You have to specifically order the accusation.
Good day, officer. Miss von Staub awaits you in her boudoir.
Going on a trip, miss?
No, I'm leaving permanently. This place brought me nothing but sorrow. I am sorry. What do you want?
Now we have to accuse her, because based on the evidence, he's also the one who did it. Besides that.
I think the time has come to be honest with each other, Miss von Staub. I'll start with my confession. I misled you in our previous meeting. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and I do not work for the police.
What? I don't understand.
In actuality, I was independently investigating your brother's death, and came to an unexpected conclusion.
How? Why?
It was not a tragic accident, miss. It was cold-blooded murder. and I know the culprit.
No. Who is he?
Nice try, but as you well know, I'm talking to the culprit right now.
What? Are you out of your mind?
Certainly not. Allow me to explain how you killed your brother.
First, where is... You have to have 3 correct. The first, Lemaitre revolver.
The missing box in your brother's room contained a Lemaitre, the same weapon used for the murder. You stole it to kill your brother.
What? No. Eric was obsessed with guns. I bet he simply left that revolver somewhere else.
Yes, it was left somewhere else. The crime scene. Abandoned in panic, a typical feminine response.
No, I've never been to that cursed place.
Now we have to do the rooms.
You hid behind the wall in the ruins. None of the others present could have killed Eric from that position. Both the duelists were blindfolded, and Mr. von Kram is ill-sighted.
So nobody saw anything? Your imagination has run wild.
Ah, but you forget one thing. A blind man's other senses grow stronger. Mr. von Kram detected a lavender and pine scent. That of your ointment.
You're taking the word of a sightless man. This is monstrous.
Then the last one is the letter to Mr. Boddington. And with that one, this is the third case we did. So first you had Love, Death and Cordona. One of the in-game micro cases. Then you had the in-game case Iron Coffin. And this one, blindsided. You have to accuse all the people with the correct 3 times accusations. So the 3 green marks. And then if you do the third case, doesn't matter in which order you do those 3. If you have a total of 3 of them and all of them correctly, the trophy guilty will unlock.
It is your brother who was monstrous. He was a tyrant and you could tolerate his abuse no longer.
Living with Eric was a nightmare, yes. But he was my brother.
Now, Miss von Staub, take your time. Tell me the truth.
After our parents died, my life slowly became hell. My brother began to humiliate me. Then he became violent. Each day he'd invent a new punishment. Shut my room, burn my paintings, starve me. And without fail, I would be beaten. All visits were forbidden, all contact verboten. I was his caged bird, his pet. When we did go out, he used me to bait influential people. He sold me to Mr. Boddington simply to earn a place amongst this island's elite.
Was that not freedom from your brother?
He sold me as a thing, sir. Who do you think this gentleman was? I could not endure more cruelty. Mr. Holmes, I'm begging you. Please don't do this to me. Don't throw me from one cage to another.
So you have to choose the option you are free. Then you will get a trophy unlocked, open eyes. So choose the answer, letter 3. Yeah, in this case you can replay and choose the answer. Choose the answer, you are free to get trophy.
You have suffered enough, Miss von Staub, but now it is over. I will not turn you in to the police.
I don't know what to say. What will happen with the case?
The usual. With their typical stupidity, the inspectors will confidently declare the case a tragic accident, and that will be that.
I didn't expect such kindness.
Kindness? No, where the truth reveals injustice, I expect accountability, but in this matter, Miss von Staub, I see no injustice at all.
Thank you, Mr. Holmes. I'll never forget what you're doing.
So now we finished the case blindsided. Since we also finished almost all the furniture for the house. if you miss some furniture and buy back all the shit. Furniture in this case will automatically be started when you enter the Holmes Manor, when you read the note on the wall, pinned on the wall. It says the other items have been shipped out. So you have to buy 22 pieces back. And they are scattered in different shops. It should be around 600 and cheers, game currency. Yeah, so most of the time you don't need to buy the clothing. And if you need more money, you just visit the bandit layer, the hideout with bandits, and then the more you arrest, you get money rewards. So let's find all the locations and check bought everything, but I think bought everything. Change back.
The finest clothes for the finest people on the island.
Yeah, you don't really have to buy it.
Masterpieces by local. Sorry, I have nothing to offer you at present. Tired of your garden view? Sorry, I have nothing to offer you at present.
Okay, so we bought all those things. Okay, you have another one. So you have to, in Crown, sorry, you have to an art creator and garden decorations. That's along Bonazara Road, which you will walk past by quickly. Art and garden trader. So now let's check out others if I find them. Scalado, you have also a luxury furniture trader. There you will find a few. Yeah, since there is no red mark in example this means there is no furniture, so got that all as well. So that's in the Scalado region. Then you have another one near the bridge of Thor Bridge. It's between Silverton and Scalado. It's called the Cheap Antique Trader. There you can also buy a few items. Then you have another one in Old City. That's in the Old City Market. It's called the Oriental Furniture Trader. That's in the Old City Market area, past the bridge of the Maltese Bridge, where you also soon have a fast travel point City Market. Yeah, I think I've already bought everything, so let's return to the Holmes Manor. Okay, so we changed the yard, we managed to retrieve. Yeah, so let's check out the yard first. Okay, so we have to walk around to finish. Think to see if we can get some memories back.
The best place for reading.
So that benches and thing we bought. The elephant is from a case. The golden case. The statue we bought back.
My mother liked the story of David and Goliath. She said it doesn't matter how small you are, you can always overcome any obstacle.
Okay, rest of this side. The bees we got from
I should write a book about the behavior of bees someday.
that one we got from the Plan B case, finishing all the police cases. So that's storage. Sherlock.
Ah yes, we were sword fighting in this very spot.
And that time I was the winner.
So, as your victory prize, you asked me to fulfill a wish. I remember we did something the very next night, John, but what was it?
Also bought. Oh, bench was already here.
We brought a cage with us. You insisted it must be made of iron.
That's because we were preparing to hunt fairies in our garden. Everyone knows iron is the only thing that can hold them.
And I was distinctly uncomfortable.
It was a disguise, of course. Fairies are easy to scare off, unless you're incognito.
And every trap needs bait. We brought honey and a glass of warm milk.
After 2 hours lying in wait, we noticed movement in the bushes. The fairies appeared at last.
No, it was just Isolde the pig. She was lured by the smell of honey and milk, and ate every last drop. Isolde belonged to Mr. Sim in Miner's End and escaped regularly. At least twice a month we would see him searching for her all over the island.
When pigs fly, so when you bought back all the furniture for the front garden, when you go past the gate, when pigs fly, one marvelous evening defeated Cherry in a sword fight, a rare accomplishment. As my prize, I made him join the experiment. Sherlock didn't share my enthusiasm, as he pretends not to believe in fairies, but I knew exactly what to do. We disguised ourselves, found an iron cage big enough to capture a spirit, sprite, and laid out warm milk and honey as bait, and it worked. After 2 hours laying in wait, we spotted movement in the bushes. The fairy has appeared at last, or that was I thought. Alas, it was just Isolde the pig who had caught a whiff of the milk and honey. She gobbled up every last drop and then fled as fast as she came. Isolde belonged to Mr. Sim in Miner's End, but she would always get free at least twice a month, and we see her wandering Cordona to find him. She would turn up in impossible places, so perhaps in some way she was a little bit magic too. So that will be added to the book as well. John's diary has also been updated based on the case which is solved. Okay, so we had the garden. Let's examine the main hall. see.
Well done, Sherry. The hall now looks much as it did in our youth. Brings back fond memories.
We found everything. For example, this globe table that hides liquor. The paintings on the wall. This one. This is also nothing we can really check here. Let's all the stuffy is standing candelier. It's what we bought back. I think that lamp also we bought back. Also that was pretty there. We bought the carpet back. It was before you have everything. It was rolled up, but the carpet we bought. The painting, that painting, and the painting on top. Even got this.
I hope this child will find his place in the world. He has great potential.
That was from Quest, because the child seemed to have the same deduction skills as Sherlock.
I remember how angry Mycroft was about these marks. He called it a frivolous, childish endeavour.
We bought back this painting. Upstairs, the candelier is part of the stuff we bought back. Here is the mask.
It was truly an unforgettable event.
This was for a case we took. That mask is from a muse from abroad. The desk hasn't changed. Here you can find the coin collection, which opens another case.
Have to catch 'em all, right?
Let's see, it's better.
Home sweet home, Sherry.
We used to take a shortcut down the banisters, much to everyone's annoyance.
Oh yeah, what fun. They had to fix these handrails several times. I wouldn't try it now, Sherry. Tempting though it is.
Riding down the handrail. Sherry and I used to ride down the staircase handrails in the main hall. It was the fastest way down and the most fun. Mycroft hated it, but he couldn't stop us. Carpenters had to repair the handrails several times. That was the main hall. Let's add it to the map. Then we have his mother's room. That was upstairs. The left, one of the first rooms you will.
Ah, the room looks nice now. It's comforting to see the way it was meant to be. You're not obliged to be here, Sherry. We can leave any time you want.
Okay, so get on back here. For example, the music box is what we bought. We bought the screen back. We bought a bed. We bought a lamp. I think we also bought flowers.
This room always reeked with an acrid medicinal stench.
We bought.
And here is the reason.
We also bought this piece, the desk.
My mother always preferred to spend her rare moments of lucidity with me.
That's true. She even stopped Mycroft from joining you. Remember?
I do. He didn't show it, but he was upset. I think Mother paid more attention to me because I was younger.
Moment of reflection. In his rare moments of lucidity, Sherlock's mother always wanted to spend time with him. One day she found us preparing for the play and she helped us apply the stage makeup in front of the mirror. Mycroft wanted to join it, but she refused. He didn't show it, but I know he was upset. Violet always paid more attention to Sherry because he was younger. So that was the memory his mother's home, his violence. Then we have the cabinet of curiosities downstairs. One of the other rooms you will quickly complete as well. Be able to
Now it looks exactly like it was a decade ago. I can almost feel the memories hitting me.
something new. Is the thing on top, like in the box above the one with the book? This statue.
What a
is
monstrosity! Where could such a creature even survive?
This cup right here. I'll see built a fort when he was younger.
Some light reading for my spare time. Oh, I remember now. I never liked the way the books were sorted on these shelves.
That you didn't. Your brother often struggled to find his reading materials after our visits.
During our time in Stonewood Manor, Sherry and I regularly visit the cabinet of curiosities. Sherlock was sometimes so bored that he rearranged all the book in his own particular room. He said it was easy to find the required book this way. But Mycroft never agreed. The last time that Mycroft was unable to find his desired reading material, he exasperated us for an hour and insisted we return the shelves to how they were. That was this one.
When you're finished here, can we build a wigwam from the blankets? Like in the good old days?
Let's see. The statue is from finishing the gate.
Mother said this was among the hunting trophies of a Scottish Viscount.
The books, this side. You have this thing that's the balls. This side. This key thing is
An excellent example of Mayan culture from Guatemala.
that one we bought back. This statue we bought back. Some of the statue. This cabinet bought back. We bought back that thing, the round crystal.
It's a pity how many amazing things are missing from this room.
Yeah, that's the one. Now we can examine. Sherlock's custom edits stuff. To head upstairs. Example. These are the clothing on the case.
I hope Wooden Joe won't object to a new friend.
This one is from case we just finished. The blindsided. Completed all the trials. And also this suit. Which I find during the case. And this will appear if you finish the trial John challenge. Now sure.
I can sense an incoming memory, Sherry. Do you?
The knife.
Sharp and well balanced. It would be a pity to leave such a tool behind.
Oh, the knife is this bed we bought back, a lamp we bought back. This drawing.
One of your early sketches of me. And a rather unflattering one at that. Just look at my nose.
That one we bought back. That pistol.
I will need a proper outfit to match this.
The pistol we bought back.
The first chemical laboratory I ever made. I almost miss its elegant simplicity. I'm looking forward to learning to play it. As soon as I have some free time.
The violin we received from the case. The string deal where you had to find to stone. Violin. This table. Nothing. this?
A magnificent tool made for a spurious purpose, staring into the sky. I've definitely found a better use for it.
That one already was. This picture board bed.
You do miss her.
I do. I was so frustrated to find only one bed in this room. Mycroft initially refused to bring another for you, but after a week-long dispute, he gave in.
What a stubborn man. How well do you think he would sleep without a bed?
Second bed. Shortly after our arrival, Sherry clashed with Mycroft about furniture. I needed a place to sleep, but there was only one bed in our alteration. Convincing his older brother was a challenge, but after a week-long dispute, he finally gave in and became the proud owner of my very own bed. So, that was the tale of the empty house. We can go some of the Cordona stories that we found. One of them was the empty house. Tale of the empty house. We already also finished one that was called Silences. That one you can find by going to the City Hall, Cordona City Hall Square, and then it will automatically trigger. There you could also find the quest Treasure Island Stage 1. We're gonna do that one next. Treasure Island. Let's see. Treasure Islands. Okay, yeah, you had to go to the City Hall Square, then you see a guy waving his paper. If you walk by, he will shout about treasure hunt, and this is the first stage. You have 3 of them. So each picture you have to find that is in Cordona, the island. There you find a clue to yeah. So let's try and find them. So the first one is this. Let's go outside. The Holmes Manor is rebuilt. So that garage can be found. Colado, so to cross the bridge. also be a starting point of a DLC content case.
Set up.
Let's see.
Not bad.
Harbor Master Building. There's the carrots. The map is Caladio. And it is the building that is called Harbor Master Building, so you can come from the bridge here or come from the city center. It is from the entrance at the Harbor Avenue Street, and exactly here you should find a clue. It's in the garage. Then you should be able to find the next clue. The Legend of Cassia. Cassia lived for the rare moments when her lover returned from voyages at sea. He promised to one day remain on the island with her forever. With a new little spark inside of Cassia, she hoped to find her happiness. Her lover promised to stay with her forever. However, one morning, however, he escaped at the edge of the cliff. Cassia watched her lover disappear beyond the horizon. With a swan dive, she ended her life. The harbor is now believed to be cursed, but do not fear. Our Governor Sinclair intends to make this place safe for everyone.
Sherry, I think we're getting the hang of this.
And it will be added to history of Cordona. And then we finish this one. Carriage in the yard. Let's find another one that's close by. It's the London Bridge. That's this one. Have to go back to the bridge. Here you have the bridge. Here you will be able to walk down. Let's see if I can find it. Oh yeah, here on the side. So we have to walk in these roads. Then we should be able to enter down. We have a new fast travel point as well. Just go down at the water side and follow up to the bridge, which you can see here in the distance. Then we have to walk, and then on the wall should be the clue. Here. So we're standing directly here under it, because this is the bridge, so you can either enter through here, near the Harbor Master Building, or from this side.
It was in the very place marked on the treasure map.
So we found that treasure. Now we can look for the next one. One with the lions. We have to move to the map. Fast travel. Across the bridge. And directly on the left side, after exiting the bridge from the east, the Maltese bridge between Grand Surrey, Scalario and City, you see the lion statue. Then behind the left one you find the box. So we're on the map directly in this area, which is Grand Surrey near the Maltese bridge. Right here.
Nice find. It was well hidden, but no match for this dynamic duo.
So let's find the new clue. Closer by, we passed by this area. So we have to go here. It's the gazebo in the center. This one. Then near where you have near the bridge. Oh yeah, it's here. So here on the ground. So we're standing in a legacy theater fast point that's in between Stone Scalario, the garden area, and then near the gazebo you have a bridge, and then with the gazebo facing one side, the other side you'll find the box, the chest. This time it's a greeting from Sir William Sinclair. Welcome, dear traveler. Look around you. This park, this island, all of it has been created for you. Dream big in Cordona and spend big. This is only the start of an exciting adventure. I'm sure you'll fall in love with this island. Once you feel your life will be empty without Cordona, then it will be my privilege to welcome you again as citizen.
It was in the very place marked on the treasure map.
Let's go to the next one. Now we have to walk to the this area, the grounds traders area. We're almost there. Walk downstairs. There you see already the building picture. The item will be here, on this bench. So we're standing here in Grand Surrey. Can fast travel to southern Grand Surrey. Go down past the kiosk, it's the road down. There's a point to go to this one. Tiny hangout, which is also here, and stairs as well. Grand Surrey 28. And come down from the stairs, go towards this gazebo, and under the benches where no one is sitting, unread you'll find it. And it's about the yacht club. Salacia Yacht Club. The islanders protested against the renovation of the yacht club as a necessary luxury. However, one Governor Sinclair presented a yachting tournament. The protesters reluctantly agreed that it was a necessary investment. Just as the Romans, the people of Cordona were hungry for entertainment to escape the daily burdens of ordinary life. You are governor.
Another treasure located. Let's celebrate.
It's Buster. We can go up here, past the manor, heading north. Then you can have a side alley here. Then you have the gazebo in the distance. Then walk here, and the item is the fountain. So here's the Holmes Manor, Stone Manor. You have to go to the north, follow the road, the main road, and then you see on your left side road, follow it, and you find the gazebo.
We found the treasure. You and I make a good team.
Observation area, we are. You have to get to the water. This one. Can't remember, it was somewhere in the rocks. Okay, I'm really blind. Let's see. Oh, there. Like that sound. Okay, so you have here the shipwreck. You have to walk around and there you find it. So in this area where I'm standing, just near the organization point, the castle road, the old shipwreck. That is where the box is.
We found the treasure. You and I make a good team.
It's fine. The last one, because it's 3-part thing. remember, is a bit tricky to get the exact place, because we need to be in a specific point. Let's see. Have to go to the watchtower. It is there. Then you have to get up there. That was the problem, which I couldn't exactly remember how to get there. Ah, now I found it right. So you have the Havana watchtower. Pass, travel to the watchtower point, this garden point in Old City. Then you're near what is narrow street, and then you have to go up the stair, go around, go here, and there you find the 8.
Another treasure located. Let's celebrate.
So now we have to go back to City Hall, where we first got stage 1. Yeah, let's see. Treasure hunt. Now we have to talk to the guy again.
A contest for the guests of Cordona. Find hidden treasure.
I've obtained photographic clues for more treasure. Now you get stage 2.
Guests of Cordona, the treasures await you. Collect them all and return for more.
And then continue later. Because we're gonna eat something soon anyway. Then we're gonna do stage 2. Yeah.
Treasure maps from the governor. Find 8 and come back for more.
So, thank you for watching. Wish you well. Till later today.